right, folks, this is a first for me. I'm over at Courtyard, and damn, sure enough, there is a porcupine in the tree. I thought it was a prank at first. I thought somebody was trying to punk me, but yep, that is a porcupine in the tree. Hey, buddy. So, hey, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? How he ended up here, maybe displaced by the storms. That would be the best guess. Not at all common around here. Not this part of Texas. Now they are sometimes seen out in the rural areas out from here. Usually a little farther west of here. West Texas, I have, sure. They're fairly common. The farther west you get, him being in this region of Texas is somehow it's unusual, but it's not abnormal. Sometimes you'll see them in in the hill country and stuff. So and I believe I have seen one in the wild, in this region in years in the past. But farther, outside of town, several miles. What's unusual or abnormal is that he's here, in the not really in the center of town, but well inside of town. That's the problem. So he's gonna risk being injured, getting out here and crossing these streets and everything. They don't really move all that fast. So I'm afraid that when he does climb down, he'll probably climb down from there after nightfall. But what happens to him then is what I'm worried about. He really needs to be outside of the city. So, but the problem is getting him down from there. Not sure right now if reaching up there with a net and trying to drag him out of there is going to be the best thing right now. Might not be. And they called animal control. Animal control didn't want no part of it. They I'm told that they talked to some other wildlife rescue, I guess, who didn't want to come out and deal with it either. And they spoke to animal control, which told them that we're not going to send anybody out. It'll climb down from there and self-relocate, which it will. But the problem is when he comes down out of that tree, he's here in the town proper, and that's going to be dangerous for him. He doesn't need to be here. All right, buddy. So I think we're just going to leave Mr. Porcupine right there in the tree for now and try not to, I told the hotel staff, just try not to draw too much attention to him. I mean, there's not a lot of traffic here right now anyway, but just leave him be. Don't let anybody else come bother him. The only people in this town who are skilled in any way enough to move him and to know what's the right thing to do with him already know about it. Animal control knows about it. Jesse Kemp was just here too. He just left, 2 minutes ago, and we talked about it. And so everybody that needs to know about him knows about him, and nobody else needs to mess with him. Apparently there was somebody on Facebook that said, "Oh, I think that's my pet," and then had tagged one of her friends asking, "Can you go down there and get him?" Like you're just going to show up and you know, reach up or reach down and pick up a porcupine, even if it is your pet. That's I'm going to check back later, and if he gets down where he's going to be a little easier to maybe get a net over him and encourage him gently to go in an airline crate, then I will do that. I'll check back by a little later and move him out to the lake or down to the river or something a little more suitable for him, so he doesn't get hit by a car here inside town, or go up in somebody's backyard and, you know, somebody's dog take a bunch of quills to the face. Porcupine is on the ground. He went behind this shrub here as I pulled up. So we're going to try to gently get him in the crate, and I need both hands, so I won't be able to record this. So what I'm just going to do is try to get him to move that way towards the crate. Come on, boy. Come on. Will you go that way? Come on. Very carefully. You don't want to upset the porcupine. You need to upset him. Come on. Go that way. Come on, baby. No, don't face me. Turn around and go the other way. He's making a little noise. I hope that's the porcupine making the noise, and that we don't have porcupine babies here. I've never encountered that, so there's something making a noise over there. I just don't know if it's... Is that you making the noise? Come on. Will you go to the crate? Come on, porcupine. Come on. Yeah, I guess that's the porcupine. I know. I just try not to agitate you very much. I know. It's okay, baby. I'm sorry. I guess that's you. Yeah, I don't want to take a mama porcupine away from babies, but so I'd be happy to know that you don't have babies around there somewhere. So porcupine's just a little bit agitated because it's cornered. I was hoping to get it to just go past the bush into the crate. Guess it's not going to. So let's see if I can just maneuver the crate over it, just against the wall. Do it that way. Okay, baby. Well, you gonna be upset? You gonna be upset? It's okay. Just want to do this very gingerly because I'm wearing shorts. I don't have any like heavy duty gloves or goggles on or anything like that. Come on.
Come on. Will you go to the crate? Come on. Go in the crate. Go in the crate. Oh, good. Getting really upset. Porcupine getting upset now. But its back is pretty much in the crate. Come on. Go in the crate. Go in the crate, Porcupine. That's a cute sound. Come on, you just don't want to go in the crate. Oh, come on. It's using its little hands to push. It doesn't want to go in the crate. Let's come around over here so I'm not standing right behind it. Almost in the, there we go. Now we got Porcupine in the crate. I know it's upset. It's an upset Porcupine. But that's okay, we got you. You're gonna be safe now. And I'm gonna listen to make sure there's no babies. So here's our little Porcupine. This is a first for me. And before I just drop it off somewhere, I'm not a porcupine expert. I've rarely come across these guys except, in West Texas, long time ago. Never had a rescue call on a porcupine. So I don't know a whole lot about them. So I'm just doing some research right now, checking to see if there's maybe anybody who is a porcupine expert I can talk to real quick. Just make sure that I'm not. It's not going to be more harmful relocating this little guy or girl, outside of town. This could be a juvenile. The males are supposed to be around 20 or more pounds, and the females are like 15. So this one is probably going to be a female or a youngster. But I just wanted to make sure that, I'm not going to be separating a mom from its babies or anything like that. So I was doing some quick research on that, because this is one I don't know a lot about. Most of the animals I do work with, I know quite a bit about them. I didn't know very much about the natural history and life habits and mating habits and the mating and denning season and all that stuff of porcupines. So I'm having to do a crash course on that to make sure that I'm going to be doing the right thing if I take this guy like over to the river or something like that, which it's looking like this is going to be a juvenile. So it's probably going to be okay. And the circumstances it was found, I don't think this is going to be a mom who has a baby anywhere nearby, in a den waiting for it or anything. And the information that I found, I did some AI searching and checked some references. The Smithsonian, National Zoo, and all that kind of stuff. And the babies generally will follow the mom around when she's foraging. When they're a certain age, a couple of weeks or more old, they've got their eyes and ears and all that stuff open from the time of birth or pretty soon after, from what I've been able to find. So the babies are kind of precocious, kind of like jackrabbits, it seems. So, and I don't think this is going to be a mom with babies anywhere, but we're just going to do our due diligence. And I've stopped here in the Sam's Club parking lot to make sure all the T's are dotted and I's are crossed before I take this porcupine and just drop it off somewhere. I want to make sure that's the right thing. So just going to take a few more minutes to research all that first. Just trying gently. It makes the cutest noises. Let's see if I can get you to raise up. There we go. Oh, you're so cute. Okay, that looks like a little male. Yeah. Let's see. Let's have another look. Let's see. Come on, let's see. Can you stand up again? Oh, look at you. You're so cute. You're like a little bear. Oh, you don't like that. Okay. 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 That's enough. I'm pretty satisfied. This is probably a little juvenile male. Okay, I'm sorry. So I don't think there's going to be any danger to separating families and any, babies dying or anything like that, or being, prematurely on their own if I relocate this porcupine. And I think that's going to be for the best. I'm only about 2 blocks away from where he was found. I'm only about 2 blocks away from where he was found. This is the freeway right here. And I mean, for those who don't live around here, that's the lights, that's the courtyard, where's the sign? Well, that's the Marriott, the Courtyard Marriott right there. So that's where I caught him, right there. And this area around here, there is some green space over there on the opposite side of that. There's a little bitty strip of green space over there with a pond at Tesco Park, but it is a postage stamp small park. It's just a little bitty pond and no trees. I mean, there's a few trees lining, in between the back of the Academy store and all of that over there, but it's just a small stand of trees, like just a line of trees that you could, it's only about 10 feet deep. They've torn down a lot of that over there. They're building a new store or something right over here. So all of that green space over there has pretty much been destroyed, and that's where all the drainage system is over there too. Runs along that way, and from the city dump. Well, the transfer station is right down here too, and there's a storm channel that runs right along there, and then one that runs along this way, and they join up, and then it goes down there to Sissy's Lake. That's what I call Sykes Lake. He may have come up because of all the flooding in the river. He may have gotten like washed, swam down this way, whatever, and was displaced, and ended up down here, down all the storm channels. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he doesn't belong. This is not, we are not in any way here in suitable porcupine habitat. There's very little green space around here, and very many businesses, and a lot of very busy, the busiest roads. So he can't stay here. He would get killed fairly quickly.
All right, so I've decided that we're just going to wait until tomorrow to decide what to do with this guy. I want to do some more research and just double check. There's somebody out there on one of the rants groups claiming, or there was some comments. There was some comments to the effect that it might have been somebody's lost pet or something. I think that's highly unlikely. They may have just been joking. But I want to run that down just in case. This guy doesn't act domesticated in any way, but I just don't know enough about porcupines. So even before I, just drop him off somewhere in the wild, I want to do my due diligence and check on some things first. I didn't want to just drop him off somewhere cold, in a hurry tonight. There was no need for that. So just want to make sure we're doing everything correctly for him, and I'll decide what to do with him tomorrow.